Hey everyone, welcome back to your Ninja Academy. Today we are going to get through Himawari having Kurama inside of her. If you would like to see more about Boruto in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. As we all know, the work of Naruto is finished, and in that, Masaki Kishimoto ended this path of so many years to enter a new one. Boruto, Naruto Next Generations is the direct continuation of the ninja adventure, leaving aside Naruto and focusing on Boruto, his firstborn, who begins his journey to become a great ninja, accompanying several new other characters in this new generation of Leaf Village. However, the focus of the video is not Boruto or Naruto, but Himawari, the second daughter of our Hokage, who, although she is the youngest of the Uzumaki and Hyuga clan, we will establish a timeline as if she were the next jinchuuriki to receive the NineTails. And just a reminder, for those who don't know or have a memory like me here, the term jinchuuriki is a term that represents the ninjas who were chosen in some way to carry a tailed beast. Considering that in Naruto's universe there are 10 of them, including that of 10 tails. In this way, these shinobi end up being extremely lucky, as the beasts gives them more power and chakra. Thus, combined with their natural power, the jinchuuriki become potential to be the most powerful ninja in their village. However, for this to happen, it is necessary to have control over your tailed beast, something that is not usually very simple. Since few have so much potential, as it is very complicated and requires a lot of spiritual training and good relationship with your beast, like Naruto, who gains Kurama's trust throughout the sagas. Returning to the video, Himawari Uzumaki is a young shinobi who has awakened her Byakugan since she was a little girl and used it more than once. An interesting feature is that both she and Boruto have the famous jinchuuriki marks, those cat whiskers that both have on their faces, as much as they are less than Naruto's, which is conducive to her becoming the next jinchuuriki. However, this is something that their descendants did not have, as is the case of Naruto's parents, Minato, Namizaki, and Kushima Uzumaki. This is because all the chakra and the beast itself was concentrated in their son, Naruto Uzumaki, who served as a vassal and prison to keep Kurama in the day she decided to attack the village of the Leaf, being the last and only solution to contain the destruction and damage caused by the NineTails. But other characters also have the marks of the NineTails, as is the case of the NineTails, brothers Gold and Silver. Jinkaku and Kinkaku were a duo of ninjas who had a great proeminence in Komugakure, as they obtained Kurama's chakra while trying to capture it in the first Ninja War, and returning in the fourth Ninja War through Kaburo's Edo Tensei. In the first Ninja War, Kinkaku and Kinkaku were trying to fight Kurama and try to capture it, but they failed and are swallowed by it, in which the two spend 2 weeks in the beast's stomach, and to stay alive they feed on Kurama's flesh, causing the beast to be forced to vomit them up. In view of this, the fact that they stayed in Kurama's stomach for a long time, they thus gain a large reserve of chakra and abilities similar to those of jinchuuriki, such as the marks present on the faces, just like Naruto's. Now leaving for the fourth Ninja War, after coming back to life thanks to Kaburo's Edo Tensei, on the battlefield, Kinkaku gets furious and transforms into his six-tailed version. Then Temten appears and Kohaku no Johei is summoned on the field together of Ino, who tries to use her mind transfer technique to possess Kinkaku's body, thus forcing him to activate Kohaku to suck him into Konkinjo. At the end of the first day of war, Tobi takes Kohaku and Benihigo and ends up taking the brothers with him too. He takes Kohaku and Benihigo, throws them inside the demon statue of the other path with the intention intention of creating an incomplete version from him. Speaking of versions, there is an artificial version of Kurama that is known to have a pseudo jinchuuriki, that is Sora, the monk of the Fire Country. During the NineTails attack on Konoha, part of her chakra was scattered throughout the village, so Sora's father, Kazuma, collected the chakra and sealed it in Sora's body. That reminds you of something, right? And 5 years passed after the attacks to produce a partial copy of the NineTails, turning Sora into a pseudo jinchuuriki. As a child, the only person in his family that Sora knew was his father Kazuma, who he was very inspired by and wanted to follow in his footsteps. After his father's presumed death, Sora went to live with the monks of the Fire Temple, and in this, Sora trained hard in hopes of one day avenging his father and clearing his name, as Sora refused to believe that he was the horrible man of which people claimed he was. One day, shortly after having Kurama's chakra sealed within him, according to Kazuma, Sora went haywire, unleashing the sealed Kurama's chakra within him, and they destroyed the temple, a place believed to some extent to be an indestructible fortress. Afterwards, he was hated by some of the temple's monks, and soon began to receive the same spite treatment that Naruto Uzumaki received in his childhood, a fact mentioned serves as a basis, as both characters have their forms by merging their chakras with Kurama, in which only Naruto managed to evolve to other levels, while Sora has his cloak around his body like the base form of Naruto right at the beginning of the work he did when he got out of control. While not a real jinchuuriki, Sora is just as powerful as one, even managing to fight Naruto while transformed into NineTails level 1. In this state, Sora mostly has his stamina and strength increased. As a result of having Kurama's chakra sealed within, Sora's right arm transforms into a claw-like monster whenever he uses the NineTails chakra. Apparently, this change was very painful, as Sora was always holding his arms with an expression of extreme pain. He also covered him with bondage, most likely out of shame. As a consequence of its transformation, it could also make a less powerful variation of the bow of the tailed beast, colored white. Despite being a weaker version of the original, she had a great capacity of destruction. Upon losing Kurama's chakra, this ability was also gone. One thing that goes unnoticed is the fact that Kurama has left both its DNA and chakra traces in the road. A clear example is the night of Kurama's attack. After Minato faces the beast, she discovers that she will be sealed inside a baby, and she goes to kill the child, who after being received by Minato and Kushima hoping to protect the baby are pierced. Halfway through, Kurama's chakra was too immense to be sealed within the baby. Like Naruto, Minato used the dead demon consuming seal to separate and seal his in half within himself and then prepared to use it. The 8 trigrams sealed in style to seal the young half within Naruto. However, as the chain loosened due to its Shurinkage and Kushina's weakening, Kurama tried to stop the process by killing Naruto, but both parents sacrificed themselves to protect their newborn son and complete the sealing. Now later, upon waking up in Naruto's subconscious and discovering the nature of the seal, young Kurama quickly realized the situation behind Minato's intent. However, he calmly decided to wait and weaken the seal through the cracks of its transformation with his own chakra, determined to influence Naruto as much as he can use his power. Now that we have cited various events, users, and types of jinchuurikis, we can conclude that Himawari awakened her Byakugan at just 7 years old and could go the way of sensory ninja with the aid of Kurama's ability to feel negative emotions. With some more sage mode training, Himawari could become the best sensory ninja ever, surpassing even her mother, Hinata, who currently dedicates herself more to being a good mother and housewife than a renowned and respected ninja like she used to be. That's that thing, right? Bills to pay, food to cook, and house to clean. Someone has told on in the village and someone at home, right? Great example of a partnership between Naruto and Hinata. In addition, Himawari's calm and kind personality would be perfect to calm and live with Kurama, who would also be in the position of defending defending and protecting Naruto's daughter. After all, she would captivate and conquer Kurama easily with her ninja way. An honorable mention is that right in the first episodes of Boruto, when Naruto is preparing for the Hokage ceremony, Himawari hits Naruto so hard that Kurama feels it right away and thus knocked them both out. Which is very curious, because for you to land a physical blow on Naruto and make Kurama feel pain, you need to have a natural talent, right? Which Himawari demonstrated well in this unusual scene. That's it, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestion for the video, don't forget to comment below, because I will be reading them all, as I always do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being an amazing otaku, and thank you for always being here with me. A hug, thanks and bye. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out any content from your favorite Ninja Academy.